should help you with numbers 1 and 2 on your implicit homework. It says find the slope of the tangent line, then find the equation of the tangent line. To find the slope of the tangent line, I need to do a derivative. I don't want to solve for y, so that means I'm going to do an implicit derivative. Anytime you find yourself saying I don't want to solve for y, let's do an implicit derivative. What is the derivative of tangent of x plus y? Okay with that? Now you've got two options. You could solve for y prime first. You would divide by secant squared of x plus y and then subtract 1. You can do it that way. But because I only want a numerical value for y prime, you could also go ahead and plug 0, 0 in for x and y, and then solve for y prime. It's up to you how you do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do secant squared of 0 times 1 plus y prime. So 1.
But on 1 and 2, we don't have to get a numerical value.
You need a numerical value for the slope because you need a tangent line. Right? Isn't that what it's
to find the equation
of the tangent line?
So I just won't have to to agree it.
Right. Right. Which won't take you very. You've already done the hard work.
I did it in the place.
Good.
Is that exactly what to do?
Yeah. Okay, everyone good so far? What is secant of 0? 1. Does everyone agree? Cosine of 0 is 1. Reciprocal of 1 is 1. 1 squared is 1. So I get 1 plus y prime equals 1.
Oh, you multiply.
Yeah. Subtract 1. So y prime is 0. What does that mean? Slope is 0. What kind of line do you get from the slope of 0? Horizontal. Going through the point 0, 0. Normally I would use point slope form, but if it's a horizontal line. Now it didn't ask this question, but what if it asked for the normal line to that? And what kind of line is perpendicular to horizontal? X equals 0. Okay. So if you had to do that, it would be x equals 0. Because it's 0, 0.
Where did you get
the derivative of x? Okay, the next one. I need a product rule. I could distribute and then do a product rule, or I could do a product rule. If it's either way, I've got to do a product rule. So left, d right. I'm going to use dy dx since I used y prime last time. Do a little bit of both. Plus right, d left. Again, I could solve for dy dx. Or, couldn't I go ahead and plug in 2 and 1 since my whole goal is to get a number value for dy dx? So that's something you hadn't seen before. Kind of a nice new skill. It doesn't make it a whole lot easier, just a little bit.
Could you also distribute the line?
You could. You still would have to do a product rule here, but you can. It's x squared times y. So I'm going to put 2 in for x and 1 in for y. So I get 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is still 4. So my equation of my tangent line So, if you couldn't do numbers 1 and 2 on your homework last night, that's how you do numbers 1 and 2. Questions about those? We are.
So isn't that just the second?
It's
Okay, that's what it is.
If you get to the equation, why would it just be?
it would just be 2. Yeah. Did everyone hear Claire's question? If it had asked normal line as well, everything would be the same except the slope would be positive 2. Opposite intercept. Okay, this one is a old AP problem, real old AP problem. It is actually off the AP exam. So, implicit differentiation, right? That's the one place you need to be careful. Because the 2xy, you need a product rule. Always look for those before you start implicit differentiation. Look for product rules, look for quotient rules, look to see what you can find. Did everyone get that stuff the same? Any questions so far? Collect all the dy dx terms on one side. Anytime you take a derivative of a y, it always is there.
You just have to do like dx.
Yep. It's kind of like a u on your sheet. It's not an x, so you have to do a y prime.
I had issues with that last time, but then I read the rules about it again, and it's a do the chain rule on the y.
That's right.
But that was going to do that.
That's right. Okay, now I've got to match the multiple choice answer. What should I do?
Teachers and students, I have your attention. We've had a little change in plans. We will have B lunch noon detention. So B lunch noon detention will be in Coach Holloway's class today.
Okay, I can divide a 2 out of everything. Getting warmer. It's B. Why is it B? Because they factored a negative out at the top and couldn't turn the fraction. So that's a little bit of some insight into matching some multiple choice answers. Questions? Okay, important note. Find the point at which this graph has vertical or horizontal tangents. When are you going to get horizontal tangent lines? When the slope or dy dx is 0. If you have a fraction, when is a fraction 0? When the top is 0. When do you have vertical tangents? When the denominator of dy dx is 0. Because then you have an undefined slope. What is it?
Just every time it forgets some horizontal tangents or vertical tangents, it just run the right plan. Like the tangent lines, it's not the same.
In notes, I suppose it would be. It's not on AP, just. So, to be able to do this, I need to find dy dx. Really quick, why is there a y and a dy dx on 16y squared? Good, it's 16y to the first times, do the chain rule, times my prime. And where'd the 400 go? Oh, away. Away. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Yes. How are we going to find the horizontal tangents?
Equals 0.
So the top equal to 0. When the top equals 0, the whole thing will equal 0. Good so far. And how are we going to find vertical tangents? So, 5. Unfortunately, we can't stop there. I wish we could. That would make the problem a lot easier. Sometimes on AP you can't stop there because it's multiple choice and you can pick it out. But what does it ask for? Points. And what do I have? I have an x value of a point, and I have a y value of a different point, right? Because these aren't the same. I don't have vertical and horizontal tangents at the same place. So what do I need to find? I need to find the y value on this one and the x value on that one. Where do I go back to find x and y values? The original. One of your homework problems, you have to do that to find a tangent line. You have to go back to the original to find the equation of tangent line. So, 25x squared plus 16y squared plus 200x.
Minus 1 is 2.
Thank you.
Plus 4.
Equals 0. And then similarly over here, we'll have 25x squared plus 16 times 5 squared plus 200x plus 160 times 5. It's 16 times 25 is 400. Is that right? Minus 800, which works out quite nice because the 400, the 800, and the 400 cancel, and I can factor out a 16y. So the 2 points are negative 4, 0 and negative 4, 10. Yuck, I know, gross problem. Practice problems do that to us sometimes. Which is still 400. That's minus 800. So those go away again. So 25x squared plus 200x equals 0. I can factor out a 25x. Plus 8, right? Is that right? So I get 0, 5, and negative 8, 5. For my points of horizontal tangents and points of vertical tangents. Yuck, I know. Okay, second derivative. I'm going to go kind of quick through this. I will wait to take that up until Wednesday because I'm going quick through this. Because there are some second derivative problems on your homework. So we'll slow down a little bit. Yeah, did you not pass that up? Great. Yeah, make sure you pass that last night's homework. Okay, to do the second derivative, and again, we'll do this tomorrow, but you do the quotient rule on that and do the second derivative. Again, we'll talk about that tomorrow. If you want to leave those two problems blank, that's okay with me. Don't leave any other ones blank, though. You still have a little bit more homework tomorrow. Yes. And then I'll just